Good morning. Welcome to the morning chat here with Akara on According to Akara. That is my channel. That's where you can follow me on all social media. Well, good morning, Monday. Good morning, gorgeous. So, the morning chat, for those of you who don't know, is just my morning thoughts, my morning feelings, what I've read in my devotional time with my father, that type of stuff, I oftentimes, my brain is always thinking, I'm always questioning, I'm always have those things to make you say, So, and I thought I'd share with you little wisdoms that I get, let me tell you what I figured out, or what the Lord showed me. And hopefully you can use it, or you're entertained. It might make you laugh, or it might make you think. One of those things. If it does any of those things, I have done my job. So, this morning we're going to talk a little bit about boundaries. My pastor, he has a daily confessions on YouTube. Follow him, Creflo Dollar Ministries, on YouTube. And last week, Taffy Dollar has been talking about boundaries. Okay, not walls, but boundaries. Okay, and not necessarily what you won't let other people cross, but what boundaries you're not going to cross over into, because it's none of your business. And which was a revelation to me, because when I think of boundaries, I think about boundaries that I don't want other people to cross, like stay out of my business. You crossed the line, ma'am. You crossed the line, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Or you didn't cross the line, Karen. You should mind your business. This is not about you. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't involve you. This is something that you don't know anything about, so just mind your business, ma'am. You know what I mean? So, I was thinking about boundaries. So the revelation too was when she wasn't talking about boundaries that you don't let people cross, but boundaries that you don't cross. I think also Pastor talks on and touches on it, and on Sundays, is mind your own business. You wonder why you stressed and upset, because you're all in other people's business. Sometimes it's because you're all up in other people's business. That is not your concern. Like who a person sleeps with. I hate to bring this up, and I know this is just 2 weeks ago news, but Tasha K had lost a lawsuit and now owes about $4 million, a little under $4 million. I hope I'm saying that right. I hope is what I'm thinking. 4 million, 40 million, allegedly. Well, no, this is not allegedly. You can get the court documents in Fulton County courthouse. This is public information. It's almost $4 million. I just don't want to lie, but it's a lot of money because she didn't set a boundary in which you wouldn't cross, which would be exposing someone's health status. And just so happened, she was wrong. She was dead wrong. Okay? She was $4 million wrong. You know what I'm saying? And she would have saved herself so much time and money had she just mind her own business. Stay out of Cardi B's coochie. There's some white men here, again, in Georgia. I can't remember their names, probably don't care to. That had they minded their own business. Had they minded their own business, simply minded their own business, they wouldn't have life in prison right now. Okay? Prison, not jail. Prison. Life. Life, life. Life, life. Life, life. They crossed the boundary. They crossed the boundary into an area that was none of their business. They weren't security for the property. They was just people that just didn't like black people. Okay? Period. Okay? They weren't police. They weren't the authorities. They were not right. And we can give you another example of someone who minded somebody else's business. She crossed over into, and this is indicative of Karens out there. Okay, so happen most of them are Wahite. Okay, but not all of them are Wahite. You crossing over into somebody else's business, and even the ask of, can you be quiet? Can you keep it down when you're outside in a public area? You know what I'm saying? And she should have just minded her business. She crossed over into an area where she had no jurisdiction. And she didn't get respected. And I think she probably clutched her invisible pearls. Mind your business. Well, mind your business. Teach your daughter how to mind your business. Okay? There's a time and a place for everything. And if it's not your business, if it is not concerning you, it's none of your business. So learning to set boundaries, which I won't cross. Who a person is sleeping with, none of my business. Now, if I find myself in there talking or thinking, I wonder who that person's sleeping with, that's none of my business. It's none of my business. None of my business. So good. It's none of my business. Okay? How a person lives their lives is none of my business. And now this is to all the saints out there that think that it is their job to convert every quote unquote heathen to Christianity. That's not your job. The Bible says some plant, some water, but God provides the increase. It is God's love that is going to change that person's mind. Okay? You just watered the plant. You just planted the seed. And it's not always because you preached. I was thinking this morning, in my time with the Lord this morning, I believe, until I'm proven wrong, that you teach more by your actions than you do by your words. You teach more by your actions than you do by your words. People learn more about you, about what you do, than what you say you do. Okay? I can tell you all day, I'm a paralegal, I'm a paralegal, I'm a paralegal, but I do secretary work. You're going to say, I hear you saying you're a paralegal, but everything you do is secretarial, is administrative. You can say, I don't want a relationship, I don't want a relationship, I don't want a relationship, but you always have a girlfriend. You always seem to have a singular female that you tend to be exclusive with. I hear you talking, but your actions say. Okay? I was in a very similar situation of what I just said, where there was a person that said, I'm not really trying to get into a relationship with anybody. But they were living with me, living and sleeping with me. Like literally sleeping in my bed, living in my home, had keys to the house. You know, they weren't sleeping in a separate room. Okay? They eventually began to sleep on the couch, but that had nothing to do with that person's stance regarding me. Okay? All the words out of their mouth says that we're friends with benefits, but all the things that was going on, I mean, how he was treating me, how he was doing, how we were doing things together, we were making decisions together on certain things. He was helping out just like a spouse, like a relationship, not a roommate. Okay? We would watch, you know what I'm saying? We was doing stuff that were relationship. If someone were to see us, and I've had people say, hey, y'all are like an old married couple when y'all together. Okay? We present as a couple, but you say you don't want a relationship. Your actions are speaking very much louder than words. Okay? So you teach more by your action. You teach people how to treat you based on how you act. I smell gasoline. And I hope that's not coming from my car. Well, that's true. I hate that. That doesn't seem right. Every time I press the gas, it's almost like it's at the jump start. It's like it's not going into gear. It's like, oh, you want me to go forward. It doesn't go backwards. I'm not saying that. I am saying, I mean, it does go backwards when it's supposed to, but it's not like when I'm in drive, it goes in reverse. It's just, I don't like that with my vehicle. It's almost like gotta jump to it. But hey, long as she keeps on going, I'ma, keep on treating her well. But going on with life, but we teach more with our actions. We can teach people how to live a godly life by just living a godly life. By living a godly life. Trust me, people are going to question your presence. Like, why she ain't tripping like everybody else? Because I'm blessed. Highly favored. God has not failed me, and he ain't going to fail me today. Just because of a threat of this or that. Matter of fact, he's going to take even better care of me because of the threat of this and that. And you water by, you show people how to live a godly life by living it, not preaching it. Matter of fact, I'll say there's a lot, 100%, Okay. Are you able to go? Okay, I don't know why I turned down this road. I turned down this road because that threw me off. That 100% threw me all the way off what I just saw. That completely threw me off, but this is a new way. This is a new way. I don't know why I decided to go this way. This is the most bumpiest road ever. Ever. Yes, ever. This is the bump beat. Okay, let me tell you something. This is the bumpiest road ever. But at any rate, I was saying that you teach people more by your actions than you do your words. Matter of fact, most of the people that do all that yak, I ain't living the life they're yakking about. That's where I was going. That's exactly where I was going. Most of the people that is telling you, is preaching to you, usually are not living the life that they're preaching about. The people that's doing all this, I usually ain't living that life. They're not living the life that they preach. Okay? Think about Eddie Long. He really was against the LGBTQIA community. Only to find out before he died that was a part of life that he was struggling with, being a gay man. Again, like I said this before, the thing that most people judge you on is probably they're revealing that that's an issue that they really are dealing with. Like they are really dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? That is an issue they deal with. If somebody is like, you always acting for money, that's probably, they wish they could do like you. They wish they could be like you and just ask for what they want. But for whatever reason, their moral standing says that they can't do it. They can't ask people for money. Oh, you so money hungry. No, but I do realize that cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. And you get mad at me because I understand cream? Most people that, they mad at you, they want to be like you. They wish they could be like you, so they diss what you do. Okay? Oh, she thinks she knows everything. It's because probably 90% of what you're saying is right. And they hate the fact that what you're saying is right. Okay? Or, this is another thing that's happened to me a lot. People will accuse me of something that they do. Oh, you just can't say you're wrong. You can't say you're wrong. Well, I can tell you I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm going to fess up to it. My bad. I was wrong. All the time I fess up to it. But the same person that's accusing me of not being able to admit that I'm wrong is the same person that can't admit that they're wrong. They'll say anything to make it twisted to, well, that they were right. Someone, well, that's what I meant. I said, no, that's not what you meant. But whatever. I don't argue with those people because you can't win because they're going to twist everything to make it seem like they were right. Yeah, I don't, so exactly. But you teach people more about you. You teach people more by your actions. If you're a leader, if you coming in there every day on time, getting your work done, whatever. You're leading, trust me, those who are you're mentoring, because I don't like to say that's over or under. I might still say it because I'm old school and that's how we spoke. But those who you're mentoring, that's looking up to you, okay, not under you, but they're looking up to you, they're looking to you. They're looking at, how do you come into work? How do you or do you get easily frustrated? Are you this? Are you that? Do you go to lunch? Do you take long lunches? Just for F's sake. You know what I'm saying? And they're looking at you. And I remember that's what my mom said to me about my siblings. And, it's like, they're looking at you. Trust me. There's a lot of things that my parents did to me because they knew that my siblings, my younger siblings were looking at how they handled me. You understand? How they handled my situation. And depending on how they handle me is how that child is like, they let a car get away with it, so surely I'll be able to get away with it. That's true and false. Some of it is scared them to not do certain things, which is good. It's bad because it's like, okay, mom didn't understand when a car did this, so I could never tell mom about boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, a lot of my siblings, a few of my siblings were so influenced that they're still doing something that they saw me doing when they were a kid, like biting their nails. I used to do that as a kid. Well, anyway, I'm almost to my destination, and I want to be able to save this onto my cloud, so I'm going to say goodbye to y'all. I hope whatever I spoke to you all today about being a leader and teaching and setting boundaries that you don't cross was helpful. You all have a wonderful day. Remember, love yourself, love your neighbor, and stay authentic. Y'all have a good one now. Bye.